For what purpose, then, do I make a man my friend? In order to have someone for whom I may die, whom I may follow into exile, against whose death I may stake my own life, and pay the pledge too. Have you ever noticed those solitary figures, the enigmatic ones, who navigate the bustling corridors of life in complete solitude? The ones who arrive alone, leave alone, and seem to exist in a perpetual solo act? It's easy to attribute their lack of friendship to a spectrum of commonplace labels: antisocial, unfriendly, or bereft of charisma. Yet, if we dare to peer through the lens of Stoicism, an alternative perspective unfolds. In the silence of their solo journey, a different kind of strength emerges, a profound self-possession that turns the absence of friends into a canvas of resilience. These individuals, often misconstrued as lonely or pathetic in their lacking in friendship, may in fact be immersed in a profound exploration of self. Here, the lack of friends becomes the testament of independence, and the void of social ties transforms into an extraordinary odyssey of self-discovery. In this video, I will reveal several reasons that a certain person lacks friends, and believe me, they're not what you thought. So, let's get into it. These people could be extremely 1. Heavy on quality over quantity. It's easy to fall into the trap of evaluating our value based on the number of friends we have. Social media often exposes us to images of acquaintances enjoying social gatherings, or friends on a picnic, which can lead us to feel inadequate if our own social calendar is less active. However, the Stoics challenge this perspective. They emphasize that the quality of connections holds greater significance than sheer quantity. Cultivating genuine intimacy with even a single loyal confidant nourishes the soul more profoundly than engaging in a multitude of superficial conversations at a crowded event. According to the Stoic philosophy, true friendship is a rare and invaluable treasure. It unfolds gradually through moments of profound vulnerability, shared laughter, and mutual support during hard times. While casual companions may come and go, unlocking our hearts to another person is a profound gift that transcends fleeting interactions. Instead of adhering to expectations of meeting a certain number of friends, the Stoic approach encourages nurturing connections that inspire personal growth and bring out the best and bravest aspects of oneself. I know Stoicism is often seen as a solitary journey, but that's not entirely correct. On this channel, we turn the ins and outs of Stoicism, serving it to you as a delicious meal ready to be feasted on. Subscribe now and become a member of our larger community. In the eyes of a Stoic, someone who genuinely sees and supports your spirit is a friend enough. The emphasis is not on quantity, but on the depth of connection that allows for authentic understanding and mutual growth. So, rather than focusing on meeting societal expectations of friendship quotas, the Stoic perspective encourages cherishing and fostering bonds that contribute to personal development and embody the true essence of friendship. 2. Intentional with their relationships. Imagine a curator in the grand gallery of life, meticulously selecting pieces that resonate with their essence, values, and aspirations. Similarly, those who lack a sprawling web of friends might be the maestros of their own social composition. Every bond becomes a masterpiece, each friendship a carefully chosen stroke on the canvas of their existence. These intentional architects of relationships prioritize depth over breadth, investing time and energy into fostering connections that align with their authentic selves. The absence of a vast social network is not a void, but a conscious decision to surround oneself with meaningful bonds. Like a gardener tending to a precious garden, they nurture friendships that blossom organically, eschewing the superficial allure of quantity for the richness of quality. Moreover, intentional people understand the profound impact of relationships on personal growth and well-being. Their selective approach is a reflection of wisdom, acknowledging that a few genuine connections hold greater transformative power than a multitude of surface-level interactions. In this intentional companionship, the absence of a crowded social sphere is not a sign of loneliness, but rather a celebration of purposeful, meaningful connections. 3. Values authenticity. The Stoic emphasis on authenticity in relationships, while aligned with virtuous living, can lead to a lack of friends. Stoicism encourages individuals to prioritize quality over quantity in their connections, which may lead one to be discerning when choosing friends. In the pursuit of genuine relationships based on shared values and virtues, an individual may find themselves in a position where they are selective in forming friendships. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, once said, "If you wish to be loved, love." This sentiment underscores the Stoic idea that true and enduring friendships are built on authenticity and mutual understanding. Those who value authenticity in their relationships are, in essence, embodying this Stoic principle by seeking to express and receive genuine emotions, thoughts, and virtues in their interactions. If they perceive that a potential friendship lacks sincerity or depth, they may choose not to invest time and energy in such connections. This intentional and selective approach, although virtuous from a Stoic perspective, can result in fewer friendships. Moreover, the Stoic commitment to inner tranquility and self-sufficiency may make one less reliant on external validation or the need for a large social circle. As a result, they may not feel compelled to seek numerous friendships for the sake of societal expectations. The Stoic philosophy encourages finding contentment within oneself, reducing the perceived necessity for an extensive network of friends. 4. Treasure their solitude. Solitude often carries a negative connotation in contemporary society, where time spent alone is frequently seen as unsettling rather than rejuvenating. In our modern rush, we tend to distract ourselves with screens, avoiding the introspection that solitude can offer. Contrarily, the Stoics perceived profound opportunities in moments of seclusion. Embracing solitude meant more than just being alone. It was an invitation to engage in a transformative self-discovery. The Stoic philosophy recognized the therapeutic value of spending time with oneself. Amidst silence, we gain the space to listen to our innermost desires, usually drowned out by the cacophony of external voices. This introspection allows the internal to manifest externally, fostering an intimate understanding of the intricacies of our minds. In the absence of external scrutiny, we shed our masks and cease performing for approval, revealing our true selves without shame. Much like a snake shedding its skin, we emerge vulnerable, yet unapologetically authentic. This liberation within solitude empowers us to reassess aspects of our lives that no longer align with our higher purpose. We can boldly discard false narratives, plant seeds of potential, and nurture latent talents that may have remained dormant for years. In solitude, we tap into our innate creativity, wisdom, and wholeness. These qualities exist within us, independent of external validation. As we delve deeper into solitude, we may find a reservoir of richness that requires no external validation. Our creativity, wisdom, and completeness are self-sustaining. Over time, the desire to share this newfound self-union with like-minded souls may emerge. The Stoics suggest that true friendship is forged between individuals who have traversed the path of solitude, understanding the depth and authenticity of their own being. In essence, solitude is not an empty void. Rather, it becomes a sanctuary when we bring our whole selves into its embrace. There we encounter an eternal friend, our true self, who remains steadfast by our side, offering solace, wisdom, and the foundation for authentic connections with others who have embarked on a similar journey of self-discovery. 5. Have high virtuous standards. Living virtuously frequently entails having high expectations for both oneself and the connections one makes. People who appreciate virtue strive to be moral role models and look for others who have similar ideals. This dedication to moral values may unintentionally result in fewer friendships because of the high standards. People who are virtuous tend to give priority to companions who share their moral principles and character. They look for friends who make a good difference in their lives and who create an atmosphere of growth and support. This selectiveness results from a desire for genuine, meaningful relationships where a foundation of shared values is established based on traits like honesty, integrity, and a dedication to personal development. Although these standards help people form solid and reliable friendships, they also make it difficult for people who are not at the same point in their moral journey to connect with these people, making them have few or no friends at all. This selectiveness is not a lack of sociability or exclusivity. Rather, it signifies a deliberate decision to devote time and effort to connections that are consistent with one's moral goals. However, it could inadvertently lead to a lack of friends. One should be able to strike a balance between living virtuously and extending grace to those who are still struggling to uphold virtue. One would be surprised by how much a little patience can change. 6. Highly self-sufficient. A high level of self-sufficiency, while fostering independence and inner strength, can unintentionally contribute to a lack of friends for several reasons. Self-sufficient individuals are often adept at relying on their own resources and finding contentment within themselves, which may impact their approach to forming and maintaining friendships. These people may not feel a compelling need for external validation or social interaction. Their ability to meet their own emotional and practical needs can lead to a reduced motivation to actively seek out and cultivate friendships. Unlike those who depend more on external sources for fulfillment, those who are highly self-sufficient might prioritize solitude and self-reflection over social engagements, inadvertently limiting their social circle. Again, they might be perceived as less in need of companionship by others. People may assume that such people are comfortable in their own company and thus may be less likely to extend invitations or make efforts to include them in social activities. The perceived self-sufficiency might unintentionally create a barrier to forming connections, as others may hesitate to intrude on what seems like a content and self-contained life. Furthermore, highly self-sufficient individuals may have a lower tolerance for dependencies or relationships that require significant emotional investment. They might prioritize their autonomy and avoid friendships that demand constant emotional support or involvement. While this boundary setting is a healthy aspect of self-sufficiency, it can inadvertently result in fewer close friendships, as others may perceive these boundaries as aloofness or disinterest. Additionally, self-sufficient individuals may find it challenging to share vulnerabilities or ask for help, as they are accustomed to relying on themselves. This reluctance to open up emotionally can hinder the development of deep and meaningful connections, as friendships often thrive on mutual sharing and support. Thank you for watching this far. We hope this video was enlightening and it will help you make better, deeper friendships. As your friend, we are committed to seeing your personal growth, and so here's an invitation to our next stop. Click to watch the next video